In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to overcome roadblocks. We'll be touching on willpower and how to build on that. And we'll also be touching on your mindset and the commitment to change. So before we go into how to overcome our barriers to success, first, we must look at the cycle we are caught up in. Okay? And by this, I'm going to ask you, are you stuck in the change cycle? Now, some of you may resonate with this and some of you, it may not. But we're going to go through it because it is a big obstacle for a lot of people. Change is our biggest fear. And in fact, implementing change into our lives can create massive resistance. It can even feel like a threat. And I tell you why, because we are creatures of habit. Our routine gives us comfort, it gives us security, and even if we're in this state of discomfort in our current routine, it still feels secure and we're almost happy there. So because of this fear of change, what happens when we try and make changes without having or understanding our behaviors, without having a strategy or understanding our behaviors and feelings? It can lead to a cycle of failure because you need a strategy and you need a good understanding of where you are. And then we feel stuck. In the resource area, there are there's a resource page where we'll go through the 6 elements of change. I want you to look in there. It's in this week's resources, and I want you to see if this change cycle resonates with you. Are you stuck in the change cycle? And then after you've read that, I want you to ask yourself, are you really ready to make a change? Are you clear on your goals? Or do you deep down prefer being where you currently are? And if that is the case, what's your resistance? Because there will be a resistance there. Being brutally honest about where you are, where your mindset is really important because it will challenge your commitment. Obstacles will always challenge your commitment to your goal, and that is fact. The truth is there will always be roadblocks. There is never a perfect time. I can honestly say that 100%. But what I want you to know is that setbacks aren't the end of the world. In fact, I don't want you to get disappointed. I want you to get motivated. I want you to see those obstacles as opportunities. Now, there are 2 types of people that fail when it comes to obstacles, and I'm going to tell you who those types of people are. Firstly, there are the quitters, those people who are easily discouraged when they don't see instant results or something big or small that might step in their way, and it easily discourages them to keep going. Then we've got the hopers, the people who have great intentions. They visualize, they're positive. They're absolutely energized about getting great results, but they're lacking in one thing. They do not put all of that energy into taking big action. So I want you to reflect and assess what could go wrong. Consider the obstacles. What could hold you back? Because I want you to plan for them. Because if you can plan for them, you'll be able to step over them with ease. I want you to stay committed to your decisions, but flexible in your approach because we don't know what life is going to throw at us. Don't expect the path to be perfect or easy. Roadblocks will happen, right? Some may be expected, some are going to be unexpected, but at the end of the day, only you can decide on the outcome. And if you really want your goal, and this is where being brutally honest comes from. If you really want it, nothing's going to get in your way. So let's talk about willpower, right? So willpower is just basically a muscle. And a lot of people think they can wake up one day and use their willpower to change their habits by willpower alone. But this just doesn't happen because by continually resisting those bad habits, you're basically setting up yourself for failure. And I'm going to tell you why. Your brain won't continue to be able to resist temptation by willpower and self-control alone. Because just like a muscle, it will grow tired. The brain will respond best when you understand your triggers, give cues in order to stay on track. Nothing mind-blowing, I know, but I'm going to give you an example. So let's take an exercise like a bicep curl. The weight could be big or small. It doesn't matter, because you will not be able to continue to do that bicep curl forever. There will be a point of overload. And this is exactly the same with your willpower muscle. So how do we exercise your brain? Okay, I'm going to go through 3 key points. We are going to create regular workouts, just like we would do for your body, where your willpower can grow stronger, right? So if we break down what willpower really is, it's preparation meets commitment, right? So we need to prepare. And we'll go through some examples of preparing our willpower a little bit later down the line. But number 2, you need to make a commitment. Identify what it is you really want. Is there an emotional attachment? Because that will really, really help you achieve your goal. Only then can you make clear decisions about what it is that you will and won't be doing. I want you to really understand what that commitment will really mean. Understand the impact and the importance that that goal, that commitment will take over in your life. And then lastly, you need to prepare for it, okay? Do you need materials such as workout gear, fitness equipment, a fitness plan? Do you need to change your schedule? Do you need to remove things or avoid people? Here's an example, right? Here's an example of what you can do to practice self-control and commitment to achieving what you want in life. Fitness, this could be applied to anything. So if your goal is to wake up early every day and do 20 minutes of exercise, then you're going to need to prepare and plan ahead for that. You need your strategy. So you're going to set your alarm for the appropriate time. You're going to have your water on the bedside table, and you're going to set out your exercise mat and equipment. So when that alarm goes off in the morning, your goal is staring at you right in the face. There is no escaping that goal. Maybe another one for you would be to cut out the sugary afternoon snacks. Then you need to plan for that. We can't just take away that bad habit. We need to replace it first. So plan for that time of day. You need to have a low sugar option, a healthier option, a nutrient dense option. So it's the same quantity of food, the same flavor and the same sensation in order for you to help get over that bad habit. Keeping a food diary is a great way of improving your willpower, tracking, making you aware of what your actions are, and it will help you to build your personal strategy. A really important thing that you can do to help build that willpower is visualize. Mentally project yourself into this situation that's going to be a trigger for you. I want you to imagine the situation, what's happening. Imagine yourself responding in the desired behavior. So practicing this mentally will give the brain a new framework. It will help you break the pattern in your mind. So when you come to that situation in reality, your mind is better equipped to break that pattern. So no negative thinking, only positive. We've got some resources on this video, and I definitely recommend going in and looking at them quickly. But in terms of visualization, make it really real. Make it a situation that you encounter every single day. And then think about how you're going to react. What do you have ready? What have you prepared? So, what have we covered today? Obstacles will always happen, right? We can plan for a certain amount of obstacles, and then we know we're going to get thrown some obstacles in our way. But be honest with yourself. How committed you are how committed are you towards your goal, right? And being honest with how much you want it will determine that commitment value. Now, if you're on a scale of 10, that's like the top top place for really wanting that goal, your commitment level is going to be 100%, right? If you are you're kind of on like a 6 or a 7, your commitment level is not going to be very high in terms of wanting to achieve your goals. And so you're going to need to work harder on building that willpower and overcoming obstacles. You're going to need to work harder on that mindset, right? And then hopefully over time, working on that mindset, you're going to build yourself up to a 10 of really understanding what's driving you to desire this goal. You're going to have an emotional attachment to it. You're going to be motivated, you're going to be driven, and you're going to be committed to putting in the time and effort to achieving that goal. And you're going to see every obstacle as an opportunity to be better, to grow as a person, to know that you can continue this lifestyle change. You can be healthier, happier, and more energized, right? And you will be able to do it with ease. It just takes a little time and a little bit of effort at the beginning. Head to the resources. Are you stuck in the cycle of change? Understand your behaviors and plan for your obstacles. Have a good week.